kick this way, one kick that way. So now I'm taking a ball away because I don't know where the hell it's going. So when it goes bad, or it doesn't do what it's supposed to, I know where it's going to go, like a split finger. So you can't learn pitches arbitrarily. The curveball and changeup are high school pitches. They set the tone for where you're at right now. They sell you. You don't need a split finger. The reason your kid jerk on more pitches, they're trying to fool the hitter because the pitches you have aren't good enough to fool. You don't need a good one. Look, you just saw these kids hit. Who hit a curveball here? So throw them better. That's what we're working on. Where do you learn hitting a changeup? When I was going to talk to you about next week. You got next Friday off? Not this Friday, but next Friday after Thanksgiving? Oh, you're retired?
I have checked the schedule.
Okay. So what we're dealing with here is having someone you can relate to that went through these problems. Here's a guy you're going to meet. He went through the same thing. Great arm is what I was telling you. And he'll tell you, I didn't know what I was doing. So now we got to make it where you can ask questions or actually have him critique and see what you're doing. Because he went through the same things. But there was a sense of urgency with him because you have time. Basically you don't, but you do. He don't have no time. Why? And where? In the big leagues. Making $700 grand a year. Want to lose that job? We talked about this before. So the question is what we're getting back to is square one. You can't pitch if you don't know what you're doing. That's the bottom line. And now the problem is you got some deficiencies, which everybody has, that have to be corrected in order to be good. And the problem is, because I was you, I never had a sore arm. You got a good arm and a good body. You got to get a little part about pitching now. And pitcher doesn't mean you're on the hill because you're 6'4" with a good arm. That's not pitching. That's smaller baseball. You just have to be better than some other ones. Now, are you a senior? Junior? Is anybody asking about you yet? They should be. Just because of what I'm seeing from you. So that tells me something's wrong. You're not consistent. You don't have the pitches. And you don't know. All I know is going out there and throwing and getting guys out. How come no one's coming to get me? Because we see the future. And if you're a maximum effort guy, I can see a bad arm coming, like Rich Hill. They should have saw that coming, but he's having success. Go get him. Breaks down. Rick Porcello. What did they do with Porcello halfway through the season this year? Shut him down. Why? He's 20 years old, he's in the big leagues. He's not ready for this on a full-time basis, so they took it off for a little while, protect an investment. So the question is, we got to teach you, you're doing what you're supposed to do, and it's frustrating because you're an athlete. Things should work, no they don't. And Brian will tell you, it doesn't work as easy. I taught him a split finger, he came back from Japan, so you don't throw it right. Well, this guy told me that, I go, what's the secret? He goes, well, you throw it. I said, it doesn't work. Just like yours, it doesn't work. Because there's a secret to it. I'm not going to teach you a secret because you're not ready for it. Now, once I told him, he goes, that guy never told me. Exactly, Brian. Don't experiment unless you know what you're doing. I'm not experimenting on you. I've worked with guys that are AA, AAA in the big leagues, and I've been taught by guys who are AA, AAA in the big leagues to go where you want to go. The people you have dealing with are using you for the moment. And again, how many games can you win? 10 games. What do I get out of that? Do I get a trophy too? If you lose 10, you don't get a scholarship. What happens to me? Exactly. So what you got to do is you got to start learning this stuff, and you got to start applying it because that's the practicality. It's like taking a test. You don't sit in a math class and sleep and get A's on your test. So you got to now. You have a goal. What's the goal? And what my goal is, realistic or unrealistic, I don't even know who you are. Is I can one day see your name on the back of you like I know him. I say I work with that kid. But it's your job now to learn it because I can tell you there's no one out there to teach you like I'm going to teach it to you. So don't get frustrated because you're an athlete, things go wrong. But know that there's guys better than you that went through the same things and they had to learn how to control themselves. Jason Room, when he starts working out late in December, was one of them guys. He'd throw a slider from down there, and I'm telling you, his ball, he'll tell you to hit that door. I go, how can you be a college pitcher and throw me a slider, hits a door? And he get frustrated, kicks it up. One time he threw his mitt. I go, stop. Quit being an idiot out here. There's no hurry. Well, I'm not things work. That's an athlete. How can they work if you're not even doing things right? That's the way I've always pitched. And that's why the ball's going over there. Because no one told him he was wrong. if it was just me, he would kind of doubt me. But I got Brian standing there, he goes, listen to him, he knows that he fixed me. So I'm not telling you to trust me, I'm telling you to learn this stuff, because you got a goal right now is to go to college. And if you blow it off and poo-poo it because I'm a junior, there's a time of urgency. I've been doing this for 25 years. Urgency hits in March of your senior year. You know when that is? Too late. Because now you're trying to sell yourself. I got good mechanics. I don't have perfect pitches, but I got what you're looking for. Curveball, change up, fastball. I can put them in the right zones a little bit, and I'm not going to be a breakdown. Where a lot of these coaches are looking at guys going, sometimes soon. And then you don't know that, but they have experience. Why don't they want you to break down? I don't care, break down. I got to pay for your operation. And I don't have, my school don't want to pay for that. So now we got to make sure that the mechanics fit right for the pitches to work right. And you get ahead of yourself throwing these other pitches. Why throw other pitches? If you can throw a curveball and changeup, then you can win with that with your size and your fastball. But it doesn't work, so I'm going to get another pitch. It's not what works, because that's a pitch, not a strike either. And the worst pitch you can learn is a split finger. It's a hard pitch to learn, a hard pitch to throw. So we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. I will teach you a split finger when you're ready. We need to do now is have the regular pitches for a long time. You can win with your size and your fastball. You can win with change of my curveball. And damn near tell when it's coming because you can overpower it. Now we got to make it for strikes. My fastball's a strike, so is my curveball, my change. Right? It's working. It's the mechanics.
Little guy out there. Huh?
Start out with 1 day. These drills are 1 day. You do them all the time. Why? Because it creates perfectness. Back here, keeping curveball. Front foot up. Put it right on top. Shorten your base, right there. Now, until you get feel, which means I got a curveball chip on it, all this is about this. What the front side does, all the way through, to here. So that's what we're working on now. Right now it's feeling. Pitch doesn't feel right. Once they feel right, keep this. You don't ever keep this. This is what you're constantly fighting. Right now we're working on getting over that front. So you're driving this ball, this curveball is changing, instead of throwing this ball. Why? Because the plane is flat, the arm throw, and you're putting stress on this ball. You want this to move. Alright? Curveballs. Now turn it over early. Don't go forward. If anything comes out way up front. That's not a good throw. Slow down. You got 20. Okay, go ahead. Stop. Where are you going right now? Alright, now what do those pictures say? It's about the pictures. Now, why don't I want you going forward too soon? Where'd your first curve? Terrible. You know why? Because you were already going forward and your arm was right here. Now, you threw that ball. Is it going to turn over, come up high, and come right over the top of that hand and way down? Hell no, you're already gone. So now when you got to here, your arm's going to take the shortest route possible, which is now going to spin over, come from here, flip it. That way you want your curveball to come from. So when you're, don't worry about hitting the ball. You're too fast. Parts fit. 1, 2, 3. Slow down. Now the key is what you're doing is you're flipping that curveball. The more you flip it, it'll break. Then you start getting into this. This curveball's got to be turned over right here, up here. Then you chest and arm together. Right over the top of this little thing that you got a hand on. Keep it slow. Now you've got a front side because your backside what to do. So if you take this mitt and you put it down here, you change your shoulder structure. So it's got to be relaxed up here to allow this arm to come here. Then you